week's reps call. Today we have, as I see them in my screen, on Zoom, Yamama Matt, who is always helping us, with Mozilla, Harsil, Safkaz, Kyle, David, Has, Rocket, Fernando, and Kiki. Welcome everyone to this week's reps call. There is also Jason, who is everyone. Add your name on the Etherpad, and the last one that you heard, this is Kiki's survey of the week. In case you don't know, Kiki's changing the question every time because she's curious about stuff. Today we have a shout out. The shout out is about Daniele. Daniele is an amazing rep from Italy, if you haven't heard, and he has been interviewed at the GNU magazine. So go and check the link that has been added there. It is in Italian, but there is some YouTube automated translation so you can understand. He speaks about the community in common voice. So check him out, and I'm gonna tweet about it from the reps Twitter account. So go and retweet Daniele's exciting news. All right, I have some exciting news to share. See, today's all about excitement. And I am gonna join from my laptop and share my screen because that always goes correctly. Let me open the file so I can show you. So, give me a second. This is technology on the Mac. I have just joined. This is my cat, by the way. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to announce that we are going to run the Firefox account marketing campaign coming next week. We have been asked to help with creating more Firefox accounts, and we are giving resources for social media and videos, mainly about the monitor and Lockwise. So we will ask the community to help us reach 5,000 accounts by the end of the year. And you can do that by sharing social media, share the resources that you are going to receive next week. And you can also have a small celebration with us with an event. This is how the homepage will look like. Thanks so much to Yofi, who has designed this in no time, and he has sent it to me today morning. Yeah, that's the exciting news I had for you today. I'm gonna stop sharing because so I can take your questions. And the reason we are doing this is because when Lucy came 2 weeks ago in the meeting and she has talked about how important Firefox accounts are, the community has asked for the obvious. Well, can you share with us any kind of shareable content that we can share with our communities so we can speak about this? So we went back to the marketing and said, hey, we want that for the community. Community is asking about. So we created this campaign together. Now I know what the next question is going to be. Is this going to be relocalizable, Constantina? And I know how important this is for you. So I'm going to share the content in English. And of course, the community is more than welcome to localize it. I also know that some videos are already in the Amana project and they have been translated. So I can share you also the Amana project links so you can do that in your own language. And now I'm going to take questions. Questions? No questions? Everybody's so quiet? You like hearing my voice? I would actually like to open a conversation so I don't speak as much and ask what you guys and girls think about this idea. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Talking about monitor to your community in Lockwise and share about this news yeah, what do you think about it?
For me, I think it's a very good idea, as many people don't know about Lockwise and Monitor, and I think they serve their needs. Like they provide a very good service, and it's worth that we have a campaign to introduce people to them and encourage them to be to use these products. It's they will get benefit, and it is good for Mozilla.
Cool. Thank you, Mama. Anyone else would like to speak?
I want to ask about the localization. You mentioned that we can help in localize the videos. So you will provide a video about Monitor and Lockwise in English, and if we want, we okay, perfect.
Yeah, and I will also provide the social media, and you can also localize that social media. And we will also provide the space that when you localize something, you can share. For example, I don't know, David might wants to localize in Spanish, so we can share with the rest of Mozilla Hispano people. We can also create a space for people to have that localized. And also, yeah, Mama, I know you do Arabic, Takeshi Japanese, and so on. Cool. Any other questions? All right. Once the base is up, I'm gonna let you know with big announcements and emails. And some usually do spamming you a little bit about all the news that are coming your way. And if you have any questions about this, just let me know. Again, a huge shout out to Yofi for creating this snow time. The next topic is about another campaign, the Respond Tool campaign and an update. I'm going to give the floor to Kiki, who is the SUMI community manager. So she gives you an update on what happened.
Thanks, Constantina. I don't know if this is a good news or bad news, but the update from here is that we are going to move the campaign until the 3rd of December. So you will still have like more time to prepare and get familiarized yourself with the tool. Basically, we moved the campaign because the product team is also pushing what is the name of the app? The Firefox preview release. So we need to kind of like adjust with their release date. So that's why we have to move the campaign until the 3rd of November. Oh, sorry, the 3rd of December. And that actually is going to be overlap with the Firefox 71 release. So it's going to be a hectic week, I would expect. So yeah, if you're interested in this tool, this is basically a tool to reply to a review in the Google Play Store, because in the past we are not capable to do it because we cannot, like share or access on the Google Play Store dashboard. So that's why we created this tool in order to be able to allow contributors to actually reply to those reviews that we have in Play Stores. And so, yeah, if you're interested in this campaign, you can participate. You can RSVP in our event page, in the Slack page. I don't know if we have the link in the Etherpad, but I will add it if we don't. So, yeah, feel free to also ask me if you have any question about the tool. And yeah. I think that's all. I don't know if you have any questions for now.
Are there any questions in the room for Kiki? I know that sorry, somebody.
Hi Kiki, this is Shabazz.
Hi, go ahead, Sabas.
Yeah, I'm saying like I have seen the Kiki's video on explaining how to respond through the respond dashboard. So that video, can we do the subtitling in Hindi as well as in Urdu so that people can like understand more if they are not familiar with English?
Good point. We actually did it with the kind of like the previous video for the sumo sprint, I guess. And Takeshi actually helped me with the localization for Japanese. So let me open the access for that in this video. So thank you so much, Shahbaz, for the suggestion. I will open the access there.
Sure, thank you.
So I think you can propose to localize it once I open the access.
Sure. And also, like, while I'll be contributing, I'll be making a separate video on Hindi as well as in Urdu by myself. So I'll be sharing on the social media as well. So that will also help, I guess.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, you can do it as well, of course. Any other questions?
Maybe I don't know. I know so that some of you have sumo in events in the past, like Yamama, and I also think David. So I don't know if you would, and of course Fernando. So I don't know if you would like to speak about the experience of your events, and if you're looking for Kiki and I to provide you more information to improve those kind of sumo events in the future.
Yes, for me it was a good event, but yes, I think I needed more resources, especially that people who participated, it was their first time to participate in a sumo event, and it took them long in order to they need to introduce to Firefox and to introduce to the support Mozilla website in order to be able to answer all questions. So navigating the website, maybe I should send them resources before the beginning of the event, so during the event they can just answer the questions. But it was good that we invite Christophe from the support Mozilla. He was on. I connected him online, so he participated with us, and he helps a lot in answering a question. But I think that some questions were not answered in a very high quality answer or the best answer. So we check them and answer them again, some of the questions. But it was good that they introduced to the sumo in general, and they can get started alone. And I think sumo is a kind of event, like it is good to start with a group, but when you want to focus and answer a lot of questions, maybe it's better to be alone. Like, because it needs to look for answers and to ask people, it needs some focusing in the answer. But to introduce people, it's a very good idea, and I think it is important to have a campaign for sumo, because it's an activity that people can help a lot Firefox in it, and it is good for them also to participate.
Yeah, I think we received also like suggestions from Fernando as well about the materials. So yeah, thank you so much, Yamama and Fernando, for giving me the suggestions. And I would just say that this is something that we are currently working on, and will be we are trying to improve for the next release. So yeah, at least like we are trying to have like some material for people in order for like if they want to organize an event, so they don't have to like create their own material. So yeah, we are definitely aware of that, and we'll try to address that in the next release. Thank you so much for the suggestion.
So thank you so much for the opportunity. I have a comment like Yamamama. I'm sorry, I know I don't get the pronunciation very well, but sorry. I've seen it's a great opportunity to participate in a group, but last time we only have English resource and Trello dashboard, but I feel that there are less and less activity in Spanish for the more group and more motivated group and Mozilla and different local local difference Mozilla span. And so I see the we have a problem, and the Spanish group, because no there are more activity in Spanish for we.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. We will try to kind of like have the material like in advance, so that you guys like if you want to localize that in your locale, you can definitely do that. So yeah, we'll be paying more attention to that as well for the future. Thank you so much, Fernando, for the suggestion.
Thank you. So now finish.
Cool.
Thank you very much, Yamama and Fernando. Does anybody else want to share their experience, or else I can speak a little bit about the concept?
So I think there's one question about the previous topic.
Sure.
Is
this
the campaign
online only? So for now, the primary goal is going to be online. But if you have, you want to have a small event with your community where you speak over monitor and localize, then we can totally support that. So when we say online and only, we mean how we share. Offline, we mean events. If you want to have a gathering with your community, explain them localize and monitor and explain them why it's important to have Firefox accounts in order to have that. We can totally support that at like something like 50 to 100 bucks. That's totally okay that we can do.
Konstantina, since this is like a more like a marketing campaign, are we going to also provide materials for people to create flyers that they can hand it on conferences? I think that will be great.
That's a good suggestion. I can ask. I haven't asked for that, so I can ask now. We are working with marketing to provide us slides and stuff, so we can totally ask them. I know for sure here in Germany they have been posters that are around Berlin that they are in German. I know that a lot of people speak German outside Germany, but I can ask for them to be also in English and share with all of you in a format that you can also localize it. So let me take a note actually to see if we can have posters. Cool. Any other question? All right. So what I can do now is talk a little bit about what the council is doing, and I want to expand this conversation on the portal. Lucy has had, we have a conversation about how the community portal will look like, and that is going to land by the end of the year. The idea is that when that happens in 2020, we will transition outside of the REPS portal, and we will join the community portal as a REPS group. The reason why we're doing this is double. Firstly, we want all the community stuff to be in one website. So we didn't want the reps to be in a different website. And the second reason, of course, is because the reps portal, unfortunately, doesn't have resources from developers to change stuff. So it has been a lot to maintain it. So it's easier to maintain one website than maintaining two websites. So we are moving to the community portal. The community portal has the first version that you're gonna see soon, and there's gonna be another version in the future. So the first version is very basic on what it's having. Events, groups, and people are the main stuff. plus activities and campaigns, as Luis has shown you. What the council is currently working on, and I don't know if Safaz, you would like to speak more about it since now you're now in the council, is that what are the rep specific functionalities that the portal is not covering, and how can we live in the interim period between having the version 2 of the portal and when the portal, the REPS portal is not there anymore. So what are the REPS functionalities that we really want in the new portal? And what will happen once the REPS portal is out to those functionalities to ensure that people keep reporting, keep sharing, mentorships are kept, and all that kind of stuff. So the council decided that in order to be more inclusive, instead of only us working on this section, we are going to open working groups. So we are going to open discourse conversations on discourse and talk about the REPS functionalities, how much we need them, if we believe that we need them, and if we do, what is the interim solution for that. So we are going to do that soon. You're soon going to see conversations coming up on discourse. I would like to call all the reps to participate. This is a programmatic decision that we want to have conversations from all of you and hear your opinions about how you feel about reporting, how you feel about the activities we're currently having, how you're feeling about metrics, how you're feeling about the mentorship part. So when we actually put those in the new portal, we just don't replicate the reps portal, but we ensure that what programmatically we have passed is something that all the reps want. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to ask if anybody has any questions. No? You do? People like my voice. All right. If there are no other questions, I'm going to see you all next week. Next week, we are launching next Thursday the Firefox accounts campaign, so hooray, hooray. And we're going to have a live celebration about the campaign next week. Thank you all for participating. See you next week and keep rocking the open web.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.